Hi everybody, it's Scott Smith in sunny Southern California. Oh, here's one of my new favorites right here. 2020 BMW 840i Gran Coupe. Check out the Dravit Gray Metallic, one of BMW's individual paints. And I'll get a little closer here in just a second, but the one thing I want to mention about this, because you know with the 8 Series coming back out, we have a coupe, a convertible, and now we have the Gran Coupe, the 4-door with 5 seat belts. So this car is, what, 9 inches longer than the coupe. Wheelbase, I think, is almost 8 inches longer. Basically every dimension's been extended on this. So I know in the past a lot of times the 4-door version has been similar in size, just readjusting the dynamics of having 2 doors or having 4 doors instead of 2 doors, but they definitely have made this a larger vehicle. It's 200 inches long, 76 inches wide, 55 inches tall, curb weight's 4262. They even had to modify the BMW factory to take this this rear track down the assembly line. It's so wide. This is the widest rear track we have available on a BMW. I think it's almost 66 inches wide in the back. It's over 1.5 inches wider in the rear than it is on the front. So you definitely get a beautiful stance. Also, I have to hand it to BMW's design engineers with how much detail and energy flow from the front to the rear to the top to the bottom of this car. We had one of these in the showroom just a while back, and I must have sat there for 20 minutes just walking around it, just finding new angles, curves, just some really neat detail. So a lot of you BMW enthusiasts out there, please, after you get done detailing and washing your car, really walk around. It's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing how much BMW has put in, I would say, almost a flow message in the way they've designed their cars. I bet you if we talk to one of them, there's a story and there's a purpose for every single line, curve, dimension in this car. So, you know, you look at a lot of the other manufacturers out there, and I can see, as you know, obviously we get a lot of trade-ins and things where they've kind of taken a shortcut. You know, they really haven't finished a flow that they had all the way through to the back of the car, the front of the car. And really, I know I've been with BMW for a long time and seen a lot of changes in their design. But these guys are just killing it with some of these flows and angles and the shadows that are produced, and just the story from the front to the back. And so it's really cool. And as being a BMW, you know, enthusiast, I guess you would say, because I do love cars and I love BMWs, is that it's kind of neat to sit and look at the design features of each car that's been produced, see the similarities in the flow, you know, for each of the cars, the X5, the X7, you know, the 7 Series, the 3 Series, and definitely these 8 Series being in the top of the line. Think about the other cars that have had 8 in their title. You got the legendary Z8, you've got the i8 right now, hybrid. So let's get back to this one here. Now this is the 840, so this is going to be the twin power turbo technology 3-liter 6-cylinder. Lauren's going to talk about that when we get to the engine compartment. And also, let's look at these beautiful wheels. Now, these are the 20-inch MV-spoked jet black styling 728M performance wheels we've got here. Let's see, we've got 8-inch or 20-inch by 8-inch up front, and we got 20-inch by 9-inch in the back. You got a 245 series performance run flat on there and a 275 series in the rear. Car's got almost 5 inches of clearance, but obviously it's not designed to go off-road. But check out that stance. It's got a nice wide body on the rear. Check out some of these angles. I really love the flow of the roof line. Also, one thing to mention, which I thought was really cool, this is a hand-finished design line right here. So the flow off the roof across the trunk, it's actually hand-finished by BMW. But also, you look at these rear lights, all the details they put in. But look at that rear bonnet. Look at how it curves back in, comes back out. And you look at the width of the rear bumpers they've done here, almost like there's exit vents, but they aren't functional. But it's more about just that dominance, that wide rear end they put on this car. All right, Lauren, let's do some rev time. Obviously we're sitting still, and this is the 6-cylinder turbo, so you know, obviously with the V8 twin turbos there's a serious monster growl that comes out of it. Now when you're driving the car, which we'll do in a little bit, it definitely has a nice sound inside the cabin. Yeah, Lauren, you ready? Let's go ahead and show them the power plant. Let's go ahead and turn it off so we can hear you talk about it. You got the keys too? Oh, cool. Good morning, how's it going?
Hi, good, how are you?
Awesome. Okay. There we go.
So, under the hood we have a B58 engine. It's a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder making 335 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque. BMW rates a 0 to 60 of about 4.9 seconds, but I've seen it down to 4.7.
And that was what, a Motor Trend article you wrote?
Car magazines I've seen, yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's definitely no slouch, especially weighing over 4,200 pounds. And the wheelbase on this is 119. So yeah, it's definitely got a wide stance. The wheels are far apart, great stability. This one is the 2-wheel drive, the rear wheel drive. We also have BMW's xDrive intelligent all-wheel drive system is also available on the 840i Gran Coupe. So cool. Let's go show them the back seat. Let's do that. And Lauren, you're what, 5'7" without the heels?
5'8".
5'8". Okay. So we'll have Lauren jump in the back. So you had it set up comfortably in the front.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go ahead and see the legroom back here. Looks like we've got plenty, which is nice. Definitely stretching out the Gran Coupe design. It's helped out a lot with, you know, the rear passengers. I mean, they've definitely wanted to make it usable, you know, getting in and out with the 4 doors and with the 5 seatbelts. Now that center seatbelt is a little bit more of a challenge, but we'll show you that in a minute. You can see our dual moon roofs, which we first had that premiere, I think, in the 16.7 series. So now it's nice we're able to have it here in the Gran Coupe of the 8 series. We have the Harman Kardon sound system in here. Nice contrast stitching. What is this? What is this?
I think it's Fiona Red.
That's right, Fiona Red.
With black.
Yeah, so the two-tone color interior, which kind of cool with this outside, gives it some nice attitude.
The materials in here are so nice. This is the leather. And
I think this
armrest,
is the extended merino, I think is what this is in here. So yeah, it's a really nice soft leather. Let's go ahead and get Lauren out. We'll move to the trunk.
That's on closed doors.
Yeah.
And it's got the, as long as you have comfort access, which it comes standard with. Again.
Go. One more kick. There we go. Perfect. Got the power trunk lid. Now you got 15.5 cubic feet of storage in this trunk, and as you can see, we do have fold down seats. So I'll go ahead and have Lauren drop both of those. There we go. And we'll close it up. Go ahead, let's kick it closed. As you can see, it warns you, so get everybody out of the way. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop both these. Now that center seat belt can be detached and taken off and put on the rear deck lid. So if you want to get that out of the way, you can. But you can see how much space there is. There is a huge opening back here to the trunk. So there is definitely some great utility in here if you need to, having stuff run through from the trunk. And let's go ahead and throw them back up, Lauren, please. There we go. And we'll go ahead and jump back in so you can see the space. All right. And you can see the view from here from the back seat. Also the dual moon roofs. Oh, Lauren, I was going to ask too, where can we follow you at?
I'm at BMW Lauren on Instagram.
Cool. And let's pull down the armrest. So you can see they've done some really nice design on the armrest. You got obviously cup holders. That's common in pretty much all the rear seats and storage. But also you've got a great center console. Lauren can go over that real quick.
So you have your climate controls here. And then you have the heated seats as well. And then I'll show you guys later. You can actually use your voice to actually set the climate back here. Or you can use the iDrive so that you're not having to worry about the rear passenger's climate.
Yeah, if there's no one back here, at least you can have it all uniform if you'd like. Oh yeah, let's show that.
Then we can also fold this down independently, so if you guys have skis or anything like that.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so that way anything oblong, but you still have 3 or 4 passengers, at least you can definitely bring it through. And also, BMW knowing about the technology. Doing great, thanks. Do you think we were broken down? No. Hey, call roadside help. No, just kidding. But you can see here, which comes with the car for 4 years, unlimited miles, just to let people know. The warranty's 4-year 50. And we have our maintenance package is 3-year 36, yeah. Which you can find out more details about those on bmwusa.com. Or, hey, swing by the dealership, and we'll definitely show you and go out for a test drive. So you do have dual USB-Cs, I think. These are the new plugins now, kind of for the current times. Obviously, if you've got old plugins, there is adapters you can get for Apples, or I know the Androids have moved over to the USB-C, I think, a couple years ago.
As far as I know, the design is basically to charge your phone faster, which, you know, the phone is the most important thing for us. So.
Yeah, and then also it's a lot more sturdier connection too. I know, because that's what I've got with this phone, because we're shooting with a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Been using this phone for now a couple years. So, great. Let's go ahead and get out, and we'll get up to the front driver's seat, get Lauren in there, and then we do have the soft close.
And we have a great, beautiful, sunny day in Southern California, as you say. So I hope that today we do justice to this amazing Dravit gray.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, the metallic they've got in these colors now, especially these individuals, are just over the top.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So Lauren will jump in the front seat here. Let's show you some of the controls and styling up here. So we do have the memory buttons right up here close to the unlock, so it's easy. As you know, in the past, we've usually had them down here on the lower part of the seat, which you'd have to look down, and you could see them. Obviously, they were protruding out, but obviously BMW with the new design and everything, wanted to put it right up here and easy to get to. Very cool door handle, very easy to find. As you know, in our 7 Series, remember that they came out in 16s? Very hidden door handle with the wood, you know, with the wood integrated into that door handle. I did have a lot of clients going, wait a second, where is it? So it was a really neat design, but boy, when you looked over, it was sometimes a little hard to find. I really liked it just because it really was hidden and integrated into the door really nicely. It was just obviously showing somebody for the first time, but as you can see here, they've really done a nice job. Easy to find. Just the flow, because really the thing too is when you start to look at all the angles and everything on the doors and the way the line and everything's flowing to the front of the car, it's flowing to the driver's cockpit, it's very individual. It's all about the driver. And then you can see all your buttons and obviously everything here with the mirrors and everything. And we go to the seat controls. Very easy. So you got your lateral support. You can squeeze the seat in if you want to, going through the canyons, obviously lumbar. And then you have a leg extension up front if you need to move that out. Give yourself more hamstring support. All your light controls are right there. Obviously, we typically just have it on automatic. And then here is your steering wheel.
Got the volume buttons, got the voice control button, and then we have the cruise control.
There. And then you have that center button is your heated steering wheel.
And here, this is a... Guys, if you can help me with this one, I'm pretty sure BC means board computer, but anyway, it does change what's up there. Right now, we do have the pound-feet of torque and the horsepower up there set.
Here, I'll get it
and
right
then
here.
I like this button below here. That's for actually adaptive high beams. So when you're on a dark road, you can press that, and then you're not going to be worried that you're blinding somebody else or you're being inconsiderate to another driver, but you can still drive with, you know, better visibility.
Definitely, yeah. Especially here because this has the laser lights, which in the United States is the high beams, which I think they reach up to about 300 meters. So really some amazing lights. So I'll go ahead and jump in on the other side. How you doing, Lauren? Good?
I'm very comfortable.
Cool. So let's go ahead and start it up. We can do another little rev time. And you can see the windows are frameless. So it's one thing they've kept the design of being a coupe, a 2-door frameless door. Also same thing with the 4-door version. All right. Go ahead, Lauren. You could hear that sport version come on there when she was pushing the button. It's really impressed with the lights that they've done with the LED technology. Then obviously the flow and the design of it. But let's step back for another second. Really got some nice sunlight on the car right now. Yeah, and please, if you're in Southern California, please send me an email, give me a call. Rusnak BMW. Been selling BMWs for a long time. Would love to have a chance to earn your business if you're considering one. All right, we'll get inside and go over the sticker so you can see how this car's equipped. So let's grab that. All right, Lauren, I'll get that out here.
Okay. So for the 840 Gran Coupe,
let's hold it up right there if that's okay. You can still read it, I think, there.
We've got a starting price of $84,900. This one has driving assistance package, which has drive recorder and then all the safety features: rear view camera, surround view cameras with 3D view. We have M Sport package, of course, and then the comfort seating package, which also includes the sunshades, ventilated seats, and front and rear heated seats. And then this one happens to have Harman Kardon, which is standard, I believe, on the 8 Series. And this one has 20-inch wheels. This one has the glass controls.
Yeah, very nice. At least here
Very
you can
nice.
see the sun hitting it, so it's really nice. Gives a nice little attitude. They have it up there on the volume button, down here on the iDrive controller, start and stop button, and then your transmission controller. Yeah.
And then we have the Shadowline exterior trim.
Yeah, so you got the extra black chrome, I call it, on the outside of the car to kind of give it a more of aggressive look with that M Sport package. Then you can see your miles per gallon here. You can see 22 city, 29 highway, average at 24. So not too bad at all. So definitely. So now Lauren was going to go over a few things here in the iDrive system.
Yes, so I believe it's already turned on, but just let me check. So basically you can speak to the car, which is the same thing as quickly pressing the microphone button on the car to ask it to do something. So let's see if we have language, wake word. Okay, that's on. So like before I said about the rear climate, I'm going to ask the car now to set my rear climate for me. Hey BMW.
Good morning. What can I help you with?
Set rear climate to 75 degrees.
I'm setting the temperature in the rear at 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
So when you're using the voice control to talk to the car, you can just take a pause and wait for the car to respond like I just did, or you can just say, hey BMW, take me to Rusnak BMW. I prefer, and I think it's better to let the car respond to you. This way that you know there's no interruptions and it actually picks up what you say.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
So great.
It's a little sensitive, so you can have that either on or off. Again, it's the same thing as quickly pressing the microphone and the steering wheel.
So complete verbal, or you can just hit the button here on the steering wheel.
Yeah, you can
very easy.
You can say, hey BMW, or you can press this.
And then let's show them the different display settings here. If you were to go to Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro.
So right now I'm in Sport Plus, and then if I'm in Comfort, it kind of becomes orange, and you can see that. And then Eco Pro, obviously everything turns blue. Reduces power, but saves gas. And then that middle display, the navigation is on there. So the middle display is set to map view right now. It can also be set to, let's see, I'm going to displays. I can set the instrument panel to also have route preview, which is just going to show me like my next step. So if I were to start driving, that 5.8 is going to say like turn right here or turn left there. And then you can also have it off if you want to, but that's no fun.
Yeah. And then on the right-hand side of the display, we have the horsepower and torque up there. So what else, if you were to toggle through the BC button, what other items you have come up there?
Personally, I really like having my music also come up there. So if I'm listening to something cool, it can come up there. There's the driving mode, that's the gear we're in, obviously. And then you have your average miles per gallon, not bad. Right now it's been averaging at 20, so someone's been having fun.
Yeah.
There's your odometer, your trip.
And you go back to the horsepower and torque, which is great. And it's really nice having a full digital display like that. I think it's that's what, 12.3 inches, I think. And then we have the big display here with the iDrive 7. And you can customize your home screen too. As you see, we have 3 templates. You can go up to 4 templates, and then you can always slide over, and you can see you've got 3 there, and then you've also got 3 there. But Lauren can show you really quick.
So you can change this according to how you want it. You can have up to a minimum of 2 per page, maximum of 4. So I'm going to press this down, pull it down, and select Adjust Main Menu, and then I can either change what's on here by, if I press the X, I'm going to get rid of the navigation, and then or it would ask me to replace it with something else. And then if I were to tap the middle icon, I can change the navigation to something else.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
So it's very quick and easy. Lauren is one of our geniuses, so she definitely goes over the vehicle with our clients, make sure she teaches them how to do things, set up settings the way they would like them initially, but also they do get invited back just in case they do need a second teachings with everything that we have in these cars. I mean, a lot of these settings you'll set up the way you like them and probably leave them for 3, 5, 7 years.
Yeah. And feel free to message me on Instagram if you guys have any product related questions that I might be able to help with.
And then look at the design on these, man. And the dual roofs is so nice. And this has got the Alcantara suede-like headliner, which is really nice. Nice soft luxury type of kind of design you can have in the car to give you a little bit of luxury with all this beautiful attitude with the 8 Series with the M Sport package. Well, cool. So I'm gonna jump out. Lauren's gonna have a little fun. Do a little launch here. We can hear that exhaust. Please come back and pick me up. And if you guys like the video, please share it on your other media sources. Woo! Lost a little control there of the gimbal, but yeah, it definitely sounds great. Let's go ahead and do a little drive. She's gonna come pick me up. Yeah, please, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email, scottbmwsmith@gmail.com. Wow, that interior just pops through those windows. And the metallic in this paint is just amazing. All right, let's jump in, go for a little drive.
Time is 14 minutes.
All right, guess we can turn off the navigation. Let's put on the seat belt. There we go. All right. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty nice to have this kind of stability with this long a wheelbase, with the wheels this far apart. Really does stick, especially with these wheels and tires that this car has. So, and with the horsepower, you're under 5 seconds, 0 to 60, which is probably plenty for most of us, especially being a 4-door. And then you've got some great gas mileage. It's an 18-gallon fuel tank, so you start thinking about upper 20s to almost 30 miles per gallon. You definitely can head out of state, go on a road trip, Northern California, Southern California, so you can really have some fun. And if you have to, you can put 5 people in here safely with seat belts. You got a great sized trunk. You've got the utility of dropping the seats if you need to. So, how's it going, Lauren?
Oh, it's going great.
How's it feel?
Oh, it's amazing. The torque is just incredible, and the way that it handles, it's so solid. I mean, you don't really need the V8. I mean, you can already get into a lot of trouble with this car.
Yeah, that's true.
It is great. It's amazing. I love the handling, but that's true of a lot of BMWs.
I think with the combination with the performance and then the fuel economy.
Those paddle shifters.
Yeah, and it's got such a unique look. I know a lot of you have made comments in the past about, oh, it looks like this car, it looks like that car, but please, put them side by side and there's definitely a whole different story. And driving them. So I can say that's one thing with BMW, their driving experience and all the different settings that we have, depending if it's efficiency, if it's fun factor that you're looking for, you really need to get in and take one of these for a drive. Yeah, let's check it out from the back. but you can see there's tons of space, really, for the size of the vehicle. All right, Lauren, let's say bye.
Bye.
How's it going? Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.